Hi, today I'm going to be making a vegetable curry, which is a fantastic budget dish. It's one of these things that you can go into the fridge and the cupboards, have a look at what vegetables you've got that need using up and just make a curry out of it. So it's really good when working on a budget, which I think all of us are at the moment. So I've got some cauliflower florets, I've got some courgette, some squash, some sweet potato. Don't worry if you don't have sweet potato, you can use white potato, some spinach leaves and some carrot. So I'm just going to blanch the vegetables off. I'm going to cook it for about 8 to 10 minutes just so they're nice and soft when it comes to making the curry mixture. So I'm just going to pop the cauliflower in the boiling water. Just be really careful. Watch you don't splash yourself. The courgettes I'm going to pan fry because I don't want those to get too soft. So it's really just the sort of root vegetables and the harder ones that we want to cook off a bit. So just popping the squash in, and the sweet potato. Spinach we're just going to add at the very last minute, so you've got that lovely green and you've got all the nutrients in there as well, and just the carrot as well. And as I say, just you don't want them to get too soft, but just keep an eye on them about 8 to 10 minutes and they should be perfect. So we're just going to heat up a little smidgen of olive oil in the pan. You don't need very much, just a little bit. And then we're going to add the sliced red onion. Again, don't worry if you don't have red onion, white onion's absolutely fine. Just pop that in the pan till it's sizzling. And as I said before, the courgette, we're not going to blanch it because it's going to be too soft. So we just want to stir fry that with the onions. Again, not for too long, just till it's beginning to soften. Just keep that on a medium heat. And then while I'm just waiting for that to cook, I'm just going to crush some fresh garlic to pop in there as well. Depending on how garlicky you like things, you can use 1 or 2 cloves. Again, just whatever you fancy. This is my favourite gadget in the kitchen, the garlic crusher that just rocks away. It's quite therapeutic. It's a good form of mindfulness. And I'm just going to pop the garlic in the pan with the courgette and the onion. Just give that a good stir so it's all nice and coated. And then I've also got some fresh ginger, which is just one of my favourite spices. It's just break a bit off. You don't want too much. And we're going to be making ginger, butternut squash and parsnip soup later, so we can use it for that. And it's just fresh ginger is delicious in stir fries, just fantastic. So you want this to be, you don't want big chunks of ginger because it can be quite hot. So again, just quite finely slice the ginger into wee cubes, not too large. And just add that to the courgette, the onion and the garlic. And they're softening up nicely now. So I've just cooked my vegetables off for about 8 to 10 minutes, just so they've still got a bit of a crunch. You don't want them to get too soft. And I've got some medium curry powder. Again, if you like things spicy and hot, go for the hot stuff. Add some chilies as well, some fresh chilies for flavour. So I'm just going to give it a good pinch of curry, just to get all those flavours. And again, frying off spices really helps and adds to the flavour of the dish. So I'm just stirring that in with the garlic and the ginger and the red onion and the courgette. Just fry that off for a wee bit. It smells absolutely delicious. I wish you could smell it. And then I'm just going to add the rest of the vegetables into the pan, making sure that the curry powder is coating all the veg. Just give that a good stir. And then I've got 1 can of chopped tomatoes, so I'm just going to pop that in. Just give it a good mix. Again, if you think it's a wee bit too dry, you can add another can of tomatoes or some fresh chopped tomatoes if you want, just whatever consistency you'd like. So I'm just going to add about a cup of vegetable stock just into the pan, Just add that to the tomato and the vegetables. Just give it a good stir, then we're just going to turn down the heat and have that on a gentle simmer for about 20 minutes. Again, you just want a bit of a crunch with the veg, so try not to overcook it. And there we have an absolutely delicious vegetable curry.